Alright guys, this sequence is great to do after a sun salutation warm-up, and we will start in standing. So coming into the front of your mat in Tadasana. Once again, if you need to take a moment to feel the earth and take a few breaths, you may begin maybe a couple shoulder moves here, neck roll as we prepare for our flow. So we're going to do a little bit more of a flow movement here, moving breath by breath. When you're ready, from Tadasana, let's go ahead and inhale, salute the sun, sweep the arms up. If you're feeling warm, a back bend. Exhale to fold forward. Beautiful. Inhaling to come up halfway. Notice she's using blocks here. Feel free to use your props at home. Exhale to fold. Jodi is going to step her left leg back, dropping the knee down as an option. Inhaling into a low lunge or high lunge, your choice, yogi's choice. Beautiful. Stay here as you exhale. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Take a few more breaths as you feel the space in the sides of the body. Really invite the breath up there, right in the dark spaces of the body. Take one more inhale as the fingertips reaches up to the sky. And as you exhale, she's going to frame the front leg. And stay here with your left hand down. Let's add a twist. She's going to use her block and place her left palm down as an option. Sweep the right arm up, stacking the shoulders, maybe looking up or down. Feel open through the front. Feel the strength of the back body. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, look down, framing the front leg to step the feet together, forward fold. Inhale into your flat back. We're going to do the other side here. As you exhale, fold forward. This time, other leg steps back. In this case, Jodi's right leg. You may grab your props if you wish. You may drop the back knee if you wish. She's going to inhale into a high or low lunge just to open up the front of the body. Exhale, stay here to ground. Take a couple more breaths here and just feel a pendulum in the back of your heart here. So really engaging the core, feeling your tailbone draw downwards. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, let's go ahead and frame the front leg. We're going to get ready for our twist. Grounding the right palm down, opening the front to inhale the left arm up. Notice her happy shirt, so revolving into this nice juicy twist. Gazing up, straight or down. When you're ready to exhale, let's go ahead and look down, frame the front leg, step the feet together, forward fold. Keep a soft bend on the knees as you need. Slowly, she's going to rise up all the way into standing. Notice how she's reaching the arms up, hands to heart center. Beautiful. This time she's going to step the left leg back in preparation for Warrior One. So Warrior One, the back heel is grounding and the toes are slightly pointing towards the corner of the mat. She's making sure that both feet are grounded, and when she feels stable, she's squaring her shoulders the best she can without compromising her spine, without compromising the low back. Feel free to sweep your arms forward, up, or even in a goddess or goalie pose. Which one makes you feel free? Choose that option. The idea of sweeping the arms up is really to invite a lot of breath in the upper body. So whichever one can make you feel open in the upper body. Take one more beautiful inhale. We're going to get ready to open up into Warrior Two. So from Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1 to Warrior 2. Feel free to adjust the stance. So the back foot turns a little bit more into that 45-degree angle. Notice the energy of the fingertips are reaching evenly forward and backwards. Yes, feel free to check. All right, well, let's come into Reverse Warrior. Back arm releases down to the thigh. Front palm reaches up and over, opening the right side of the body. Looking down at your back foot might feel really good for the neck. Maybe looking up might feel good for your neck. Beautiful. Take one more breath here. Good. Let's come into extended side angle. So first transitioning into our from warrior 2 into extended side angle, just to check the alignment. So the right elbow is on the knee, but check your weight. So we're not letting all our weight dump just the way she did it here on that front knee. So just really light. And then the top arm can either sweep up or by your ear, depending on what feels good for the shoulder. So sweeping up towards the sky or by the ear. Beautiful. Take one more breath here, feeling the strength in the core. Yes. And then when you're ready, let's come back into warrior 2, looking down into warrior 2, extending the front leg, getting ready for Trikonasana. So both legs are straight. She's grabbing her block as an option, as an extension of the earth. And slowly she's leaning forward and using the block to place her hand. You can place your right hand on your leg. You do not have to touch the floor. Top arm reaches up towards the sky. And some options here too for the top arm. You can reach it up. You can reach it behind you, reaching for your low back. See how that feels for the chest? Right? Some people like to sweep it by their ear. That gives you a little bit more work. So depending on what feels good. Jody, do we want to play with half moon from here?
Sure.
Let's do it with the balancing. So take that top arm to your hip. Look down first, bend the front knee, and begin to walk your fingertips with or without your block forward. When you feel ready, float the back leg. Notice how she kind of put her leg a little bit closer before floating it up. So find your balance. You can look down first. Keep your gaze down as you float your back leg. Stacking the hip to the best of your ability. It's okay to wobble, it's okay to fall. Keep your gaze down at first until you feel truly balanced in your half moon. And if you want to play with your gaze, imagine a bug crawling on the floor. Maybe that bug climbs up the wall, maybe it doesn't. But slow and mindful movement of the gaze. The top arm can stay by your side or sweep up towards the sky. Take one more breath. Yes, if you fall, that's okay. Come back up. Good. And then slowly, she's going to release it behind her, back into warrior 2. Good. Good. And let's come into our wide-legged from here, Jody. So all 10 toes pointing towards me. Interlace the fingers or press that hand towards the low back. Open through the front. Lift your heart up to the sky. Making sure it's okay on the low back. No pinching there. Take one more breath here and just really expand the front body. And when you're ready to fold forward, she's going to let the upper body come slowly forward. Let your hands either stay with the fingers interlaced or take it to the floor. But whatever you do here, bend the knees as much as you need to get some space in your spine. So she has her fingers interlaced, arms are active if that's the case. Let the head go, shake it side to side. Beautiful. She's bending one knee at a time. So once again, spontaneous movement, organic movement. This is your yoga practice. Nice. So with her fingers interlaced, she's moving her arms to the left, to the right, further opening the pecs, the pectoral muscles. Beautiful, Jody. So Jody, we're going to transition towards the back of your mat in this case, doing the same sequence. So when you're ready, go ahead and release your arms down if they're not already for you at home. And then walk it over to the left, framing the front leg as we step the feet together when you're ready into your forward fold towards the back of your mat this time. So she's facing the other direction. And hang out here for a moment just to check in. Right? It's always a good idea to check in. In fact, some people like to come into Shavasana to check in, mini Shavasanas. Right? Checking in is an active part of your practice. All right. So we're gonna get ready to do the same standing sequence on this side. So slowly rise up into your standing, into your Tadasana. Beautiful. Hands to heart center. This time we're gonna step the other leg back. Feel free to come forward like she did towards the front of your mat, and stepping the right leg back, this time for warrior one. Beautiful. So the back heel is grounding, as you can see in the video. And choose an arm movement here for you. She's checking her hips, she's checking her shoulder, making sure we're not overarching on that low back, hugging that bottom rib cage in. Once you feel grounded, sweep the arms up or goalie pose. Once again, whatever makes you feel more free. Take a few breaths here. Keep the gaze steady. Keep the soft jaw, soft gaze. Take one more inhale and prepare to open up into your warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Notice the back foot has pivoted so that it's facing a little bit more towards the camera here, towards me. She's checking her back arm and her front arm. Right, the front toes are relaxed. Weight on the front heel. Finding some balance. Beautiful. So looking ahead in front of your fingertips, trusting the future, trusting what's ahead for us. And when we're ready, we're going to transition into reverse warrior. Let the back arm release on the back thigh. Front palm turns up and moves over. Right, feel your rib cage, the muscles between your rib cage expand and contract as you breathe. Beautiful. Gazing down or up. Right, keep the front toes relaxed. And we transition into warrior two, just to make our way into extended side angle. So that left elbow will gently rest on the front knee, palm facing up. Some of you might choose to extend that arm down towards the earth. Check the weight here. Just make sure we're not dumping all the weight on that front leg as well. Her arm is by her ear. Feel free to sweep it up towards the sky. What feels open to you? Right? Yoga's about creating space. Beautiful. Yes, take a few more breaths here. Feel really long on that back pinky toe all the way to your fingertips. Keep breathing. Good, and then slowly we rise back up into warrior two to transition for our Trikonasana. Extending the front leg, she's grabbing her block. You guys can use a book. Be creative at home. All right. With both legs slightly extended, she's reaching the left fingertips forward and taking that left arm down, sweeping the right arm up. Nice. Right, so imagine your back body is against the wall. Nice. You can gaze up, straight or down. Right? They say this pose is really good for digestion. Right? Let's open the hips. You can take that top arm and slide it behind you. See how that feels for the chest muscles, for the neck. Take one more full cycle of breath here. And when you're ready, we're going to get ready for our balancing half moon. So start by gazing down. Take your top arm by your hip, bending the front knee. Yep, you can face the floor, find your balance. And when you're ready, walk the fingertips forward and floating the back leg. Keep a soft bend on your knee as you transition here. Good, and then beginning to stack the top hip. Back leg is strong. You'll notice her foot, her floating leg is active. So your shoulders are stacked here. You can look down, straight down first. And once again, follow that imaginary bug if you wish to move your gaze. The standing leg is shaky. That's okay. Right? Yes, yoga can be messy. If we fall, we get back up. breath is flowing, smile. So this is one of the best lessons in yoga, really, is to breathe through some of the challenges we go through on our yoga mat. So when we're off our yoga mat, we can apply it as well, right? Keep the breath flowing. Yep, it's okay to fall. Take one more breath here. Yes, and then slowly bend the standing leg in preparation to come into warrior two. Yes. Yes. All right. Beautiful. And we're going to extend the front leg, pivoting all 10 toes towards the front, towards the camera anyway. And then forward fold here. Before that, interlacing the fingers, maybe the awkward way this time. Maybe the back of the hands presses on the back body. And then when you're ready, fold forward, either slightly bending the knees. Let the head go, rock side to side. Fingertips can stay interlaced. Maybe it goes onto the floor. Beautiful. Some of you with an inversion practice, if you're feeling warm, you can come into a tripod headstand. Right? If you haven't practiced that, don't try it. Don't try it yet. Nice, Jody. See how she's stretching her arms forward to the ability that feels good for her, to the best of her ability without overstretching. Yes.
You might mention that I'm hypermobile.
Ah, she just told me she is actually hypermobile. So she's adjusting it by actually bending a little bit on her knees here, as you can see. Hypermobility looks like you're very flexible, but sometimes it can cause more injury and damage. So just being very mindful not to overstretch. It's a good rule to go about 80-85% of the ability of your body, right? So moving in a way where it's a functional mobility for our joints. That means not overstretching, guys. I know we think yoga is to find that flexibility. It does help with that, but a lot of us are hypermobile. So be mindful, be mindful. Alright, she's releasing her arms and slowly coming up halfway here. Good. She's going to take her hands to her hips when she's ready. And then we're going to slowly rise, press down to come up. So be gentle with that transition. And then heel toe the feet together when you're ready. Right? That is a nice standing series. Get the blood and the prana flowing. Namaste for now. Thank you, Jody.